Universal podcast where we uplift, we rebuild, empower, and inspire through the positive power of sharing stories. If you have any inspirational stories, you can engage the Beauty from Ashes Universal podcast through the social media pages pinned below the screen, and you will be featured in our subsequent episodes. My name is Jacqueline Omolo and I am your host. Now, today we are going to talk about rejection. Rejection basically means being turned down. Rejection means not being accepted. It means being refused. I know that most of us have encountered or experienced rejection at one point of time in our lives or the other. Now, rejection is normal. It's normal that you'll experience or encounter rejection at one point of time in your life or the other, but how you handle that rejection is what matters the most. Now, you'll experience rejection from your family members, from your friends, from your colleague, basically from anyone, from your spouse, but how you handle it matters the most. Now, I know that rejection is difficult because I have been there. It's so difficult, it's a dark place. Most people never even think that they will move past rejection, especially if you've been stuck there. If you have encountered multiple rejections, you feel as if you'll be stuck. Your life will always revolve around rejection. I understand because I've been there. It is painful. It is dejecting. It is heartbreaking. But I just created this episode specifically for somebody like you. Somebody is watching and you have experienced countless rejections. You are saying that is your story. I just created this episode specially just to inspire you, just to motivate you, and tell you that you can overcome, you can move past that rejection. Now, I'm going to share my brief rejection story with you guys, and I hope that you will be uplifted. I hope that it will inspire somebody who is undergoing that situation. And here it goes. Now, by the grace of God, I run a program called the Quick Mentorship Program. And this is a program that is tailored for the high schoolers, university students, and college students, basically the youth. Now we go to schools just to engage students in conversations centered around relationships and peer pressure. And when I was starting, I faced a lot of rejection. Now, the reason why I started this initiative is because I realized that so many youths are going down, not because they lack potential, but because of being in relationships that terminated their potential, and also as a result of peer pressure. So when I started with the colleges, and it was very tough in the beginning. I experienced and suffered a lot of rejection from several colleges, from several institutions. I remember that this day I walked into a particular college institution and I head straight to the deputy principal's office. Now the deputy principal listens to what I had to say and decides to dismiss me out of his office. Now I felt so bad, I felt so dejected, I was so discouraged, I was so demoralized and wounded. In fact, I felt like giving up and I even thought of giving up. Now previously, I'd also encountered a similar situation, a similar story. I'd also walked into another organization. I explained the contents of my program to the director of that particular organization. And then we set a date. I was supposed to go there in the company of my friends. Now, the big day arrives, and my friends are nowhere to be seen. They were nowhere to be seen. They did not turn up, they did not show up. Now, these are the friends that kept on assuring me that we will go together. I have your back, I'll support you. Now, time was elapsing, so I just had to go regardless of what was happening. My friends were not present, but I just had to move. Now, I walk into this organization, and the director looks at me like, "You just came alone. Where is your team?" And I remember I told the director that, in this life or in the journey of life, there are some things that you just have to walk through alone. There are some journeys that you just have to walk through alone. Now, we engaged in a conversation. We deliberated on a number of issues. However, that conversation or that engagement never turned out the way I expected. I was so demoralized and I felt like quitting again. Now, note that those are not the only rejection scenarios that I have encountered. I have encountered a lot of stories, a lot of situations, but I just decided to highlight the two. I know that there is somebody somewhere who is watching me, who is saying, that is my situation. It is dark. I feel rejected. Nobody wants me. I know, I understand. I have been there. Now, after the whole rejection incidents, I decided to take a break. At times in life, when you are tired, just learn to rest. Don't quit. Not that I said take a break. So I took a break from everything, and then I decided now I'm going to think through this issue. So I took time to figure out everything. So I remembered that during this break period, I discovered that I was not even prepared to step out. I wasn't completely prepared to step out. So it was during this break period that I even expanded the base of my program. I restructured that program differently. Like I've said, I initially started with the colleges, but during this break period, I now incorporated the high schools. I expanded the base. Now, after taking that break, now I was ready to step out. I felt ready. Now, could it be that the reason why you are experiencing a lot of rejection, you are experiencing a lot of situations like that, is because you're not really prepared for what you're praying for? Have you thought about it in that particular manner? Have you thought about it along that line, in that perspective? Now that is food for thought for somebody. Now, come this year, now I started going to schools. I remember I walked into the first school and still there was no response. And I had to move to the second school. And shout out to Kerembe High School. They gave me that opportunity, they gave me that platform to engage their students. I never thought I could be able to do it because rejection has this way of interfering with somebody's self-esteem. But they gave me a platform, they believed in me, and since then I've been moving to some schools. They are not many, but at least I'm making some progress. Now that is my story. And I know that I'm speaking to somebody. I know that I'm talking to somebody who is watching me right now, and you're saying that this is my story. I've encountered a lot of rejections and I feel like giving up. Now, challenges are going to come, storms are going to come. I know it's not easy, it's a difficult place to be in, but I need you to continue. Remember, when I was tired, I took a break and I figured out how can I maneuver, how can I navigate. Don't quit, don't relent. Show up for that interview, show up for that meeting. Don't get tired, just continue grinding, continue refining that idea. Don't give up on that idea. Don't give up yet. Don't limit yourself. I know that it is not easy. There is somebody who has been experiencing a lot of rejection, especially when it comes to job hunting. You have been hunting for jobs, but every time you apply, you receive an email that reads in this manner. You receive an email that reads, unfortunately, this time you have not been successful, you have not been hired, and I know how breaking it can be because I have been there. But I'm just here to encourage you. God is God, in and out of season. God never changes with season. The Bible says that hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it is a tree full of life. And I know that that desire is going to come. Don't give up yet. Don't let that situation break you. Just continue moving forward. Just continue trying. And I know that you will be accepted. You will get there. You will get there. You are a pillar, and pillars are not meant to be on the floor. Pillars are meant to be standing. You have so much energy within you. Don't just quit yet. At times, God is going to use situations like that. God may use closed doors, may use rejection, may use betrayals just to grow you. So I want you to see the positive in that rejection. Like I raised my hopes so high like this, only for somebody to crush them. It was not easy for me, but I'm here to encourage you because I know that you have power, you have a lot of potential within you. So just continue grinding, just continue keeping and pushing, continue keeping on, and I know that very soon you're going to get there. I don't know about your tomorrow, but I know the one who holds your tomorrow, and that is God. So keep on keeping on, keep on moving, keep on trusting. Now, I hope that you found this message inspiring. I hope that it uplifted your soul. I hope that it re-energized you. Now, if you'd like to reach out to me, you can engage me through the social media platforms pinned below the screen. You can email me, you can contact me directly. If you would love to invite me to come over to your school, you are a principal, you are a vice chancellor, you are a youth leader, you are a pastor. If you love to invite me to come over to your institution just to engage the youths, you can reach out to me as well. If you would also love to be a blessing to equip mentorship program, support what we are doing, you can also reach out to me. Now, I want to take this opportunity to thank my incredible team who managed to put up this together. It's not easy. There's a lot of work that goes behind the scene to make this a reality. So shout out to the entire team. Kindly like, share, subscribe, comment. Now until next time, let me meet you at the top. I have been your host, Jacqueline Omolo. Adios.